So today I'm showing you a highly profitable and simple Forex swing trading strategy. We will utilize a long-term indicator. And before I show you where to get it, how to set it up, let's just discuss the swing trading strategy for low risk, high reward trading setups. Typically when you swing trade, you want to look at the monthly time frame and then simply identify any areas of interest, which is a support and a downtrend over here. You could also say that it's currently developing a double top, yet it's not confirmed. And that's all you want to do for the monthly. Now, because we are smart swing traders, we want to reverse engineer everything, right? So from the monthly time frame, we want to head over to the next time frame, which is the weekly, and simply mark another area of interest. I believe this is a strong resistance level. We don't need to mark the weekly support because it's already marked by the monthly. Now again, reverse engineering. We saw monthly and weekly. We now need the daily time frame. And this is what it currently looks like. We can see the monthly trend at the top, the monthly support, and the weekly area of resistance. Now all we need is to identify long-term levels, which we can do with this simple indicator. As we can see, we have now lines on our charts where it shows the recent monthly low, monthly high, yearly low, and the yearly high at the very top. Let's remove the yearly for now and focus on the monthly area highs and lows. This swing trading indicator will identify the highs and lows of the month each month. So if we take a look, the 1st of June candlestick was closed over here and the month high and low areas are marked. With this information in mind, we can start doing our daily analysis. So if we have a look, if we would be swing trading, this is a strong bearish downtrend. Why is this strong? Because first it developed over here. We don't count this. It pulls back and it bounced off this area level. Went towards the downside, went up and had a little bounce over here, and we start in our new month. So what should we expect for the new month? Well, we know that this area zone is super strong because this is the current monthly high which happened over here. That's why the monthly pivot line is marked just here, and we know that the overall market direction is towards the downside. So when the candlesticks touch this area zone, we should be expecting logically a push towards the downside, likely towards the monthly area low. Then you have a couple of choices. You can either enter straight away off the daily time frame without much care in the world because it gives you a good risk reward. Or if you want to be extra careful, you need to go to the 4-hour time frame to find your entry candlestick for the most perfect entry. So personally for me, I like the second choice. I like to be extra careful in the market, so I'll take the best choice possible. So as we can see, this is the 4-hour time frame. What do we have? We have two candlesticks over here showing us a lot of bearish pressure. Why the pressure? Because there's two candlestick confirmations just over here telling me that the market will likely drop. This two candlestick formation is called a bearish engulfing candlestick, indicating that there's going to be a lot of selling pressure of this monthly high. Well, logically, because the market is trending towards the downside, this is the monthly area pivot line where there's a lot of sell orders in place, and we also see candlestick price action of the 4-hour time frame. The two bearish engulfing candlesticks tell me that likely the market is gonna drop. So what do? You simply enter a trading position when a bearish engulfing candlestick closes. Now for stop loss, if you're swing trading, you can go for 130 pips, 80 pips. It really depends what you're aiming for. But let's say to be safe, we would go for 20 pips. And your take profit level by the minimum has to be 2 to 1. Because you're swing trading, you want your reward to make sense. So let's target a nice 2 to 1, and we could potentially drag it a little bit more for 3.12 risk to reward ratio, only if it actually manages to reach the monthly area low pivot point that we have marked. Obviously we have the monthly support over here, so it's slightly below. We may want to do it like this, probably the safer bet, but you can obviously aim somewhere around the monthly low, because big hedge funds, big fish that move the market, don't typically look at what's happening at the lower time frames. They look at the monthly, maybe weekly. Their algorithms are set up like this. So this is the selling zone over here. As we can see, last month it went towards the upside, reached this area zone, but failed to do anything with it. A new month began, and likely this area zone of resistance will stay. So we are in a very low risk and safe position to continue trading towards the downside. So this looks perfect to me, and let's see what actually happens with the trade. So it continues moving down, has a little pullback, and as we can see, we actually managed to reach our take profit low. It nearly reached our monthly low. Let's just drag it a little bit more. It actually bounced off it, but as you can see, it definitely works. Now, even though logically the market did dip down, and that's what usually happens, sometimes it can have a strong enough pullback and close off your trade. So you need to portion your trading positions. What do I mean by portion? So if our stop loss level is 120 pips, you want to be ideally aiming for your first take profit to be in a good little position to move your stop loss to entry. So when we entered this trade over here, where was the previous area of lower time frame support? Well, we can see around this area zone. Why was this zone so important? Well, because every single time it touched, it went towards the upside. Every single time it touched, went up, and numerous times it did that before the market kind of squeezed with the monthly trend that we had, right? You remember it went towards the downside, and this period was a strong kind of consolidation, squeezing in between the monthly trend and the 4-hour support. Obviously the 4-hour support simply is not strong enough to hold. It's against the monthly time frame, and that's why we had a strong break towards the downside and it retested the monthly low. But it's good to be careful in Forex. That's why you want to manage your risk. So if it falls around, I don't know, 60 to 100 pips depending on your stop loss level, you want to close a portion of your position to bank some money and then move stop loss to entry. So our entry was here. We went down, had a little pullback, and we went down again, reaching our first partial profit. So this is where we close a partial of your position on your MetaTrader, and then you can try to find another lower time frame zone, which would be around this area. As we can see, this previous area zone was broken. We take another partial profit over here and we continue moving down for the full take profit. And this area zone was definitely important because after it touched the monthly low, it went towards the upside and actually struggled to break it for a while before pushing towards the upside. So this is what the swing trade looked like on the daily time frame. Nice little drop straight away towards the monthly low. Okay, we have added now the yearly level, and this is where it becomes a little bit more advanced and more complicated. But if you learn this, trust me, you're winning trades, no matter if you trade in crypto or Forex, because I use it for both. Okay, so the yearly low should be a strong area of support level. However, as we can see, it has broken on the daily time frame. Now, this is a problem because likely it's telling you that maybe it's gonna continue moving down. And the main problem is that the yearly time frame is so big that the daily doesn't really mean anything. So if we take a look at the monthly time frame, it has never broken the yearly low. As we can see, the chart has never broken it. Because why? What happened on the daily chart? Well, if we have a look, it went towards the upside. This was the 27th, 28th, then 31st of January because weekend, and then boom, it went towards the upside and actually did not close below the yearly long-term level. And that's why if we take a look at the monthly time frame, the candlesticks never broken this area line, which is a strong area of support. So new month happened over here, 1st of March. Now, what do we look for? Well, we are looking for the monthly break because this was the monthly low this time, right? That was the yearly, which didn't really close. It went towards the upside, but this this was the monthly low. Now, the monthly low is currently breaking. Look at this. 3rd of March, monthly low line is breaking. And because it's breaking on the daily, on the monthly time frame, this actually means something. So if we take a look at the monthly, it's currently attempting to break both of these areas. Of course, the yearly zone is hard to break at the moment. We want a monthly candlestick to be broken on the yearly and the monthly support to be broken at least on the daily. So this is the daily time frame on the monthly low. It has been broken. This is a great combination of a swing trade. So what do we want to do? Again, we want to mark an area of trend. Trend is currently going towards the downside. So you could potentially enter this trade, but you don't really have anywhere to aim for. The problem is it's currently pushing towards the upside and did not have a retracement, right? There's no pullback. We don't know where it's going. We could potentially look at somewhere over here, aim for this area level, and could potentially earn some money. So this is what I like to call a breakout risky trade. And let's see what happens. So it goes towards the downside very, very nicely. And you could have banked a lot of money here, but there's risk. So what I like to do is wait patiently. If you wait patiently, look what happens. It goes towards the upside and has that retracement. So push, exhaustion back, where to the previous area of monthly low. Every time it touched the monthly low, what you could have done is entered somewhere over here on the 4-hour time frame, right? Pulling back, enter. Pulling back, enter. At least you have somewhere to aim for, potentially over here, right? So if we continue, as we can see, pulls back and boom, it goes towards the downside and reaches our monthly low. So even though it pulled back, boom, yearly low is over here, stopped us. And because it broke on the monthly time frame, the yearly low now reacted heavily. So the monthly candlestick of the yearly level is broken, right? So that's substantial, and that's why we straight away saw this bearish candlestick moving towards the downside to potentially retest this previous area of monthly support, which we should have definitely marked, but we forgot about that. And this is where you could have made a lot of money with very, very low risk swing trading. Probably another thing to mention, you could potentially say the trend line has been broken over here and respected the yearly low, but if you're a trader, you're likely looking for another trend. So I would say this seems fair enough. One touch, two touch of the yearly low, went towards the downside. Look at this bearish engulfing candlestick again. Great confirmation. Bounce of the yearly low near the monthly high over here. Daily bearish engulfing candlestick is substantial. It means a reversal is very, very likely to happen. And what do you think happened? It went towards the downside. Great risk reward straight away. Let's just take a look. Our risk reward 139 pips we are risking, and 291 pips take profit. So 2-to-1 risk reward. And these trades are highly profitable. So even if you lose one, the next one will cover your loss and you will be in profit. And sometimes your risk reward won't be 2-to-1. Sometimes it will be 3-to-1, which is even better. And finally, if you want to get this indicator, it's called long-term levels. You can actually use it for day trading as well as scalping. You can say show daily opening, weekly, and it's just going to add a lot more lines and potential levels where a reversal or a pullback will happen. Now, typically I like to use this only for swing trading, and I recommend you use it as well, but maybe you have your own trading strategy in mind and maybe you'll find this useful. And if you want to trade like me, I have an ebook course, plus I do lifetime signals for free for the people that do purchase the ebook course. It's 300 pages of everything I know in Forex throughout 10 years of trading. And take care, guys. Have a wonderful day. Fist bump and goodbye.